And with my Kings, I just hope it doesn't turn into a 16, 17-year drought of not making playoffs. That would be brutal. Yo, welcome back into the Seventh Man Up podcast. I'm your host, Alex Burleson. It's going to be a fun one today, so let's get right to it. All right, we're close to the end of the season, and I'm excited for the playoffs, even though my Kings aren't in it. Spurs have a legit chance to go back-to-back, but we'll see. I just hope the Lakers don't win. Now, the Celtics had a rough start to the season, but got it together and have been playing strong heading into the playoffs. And for me, I was actually really surprised Kevin Garnett left the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are trash, though. Only time they've been good was the 03-04 season when they went to the Western Conference Finals. Heck, they're worse than my Kings. My Kings haven't made the playoffs in 2 years, with this season coming to an end. And with my Kings, I just hope it doesn't turn into a 16, 17-year drought of not making playoffs. That would be brutal. My gosh. One of my new favorite players who is probably going to win Rookie of the Year is Kevin Durant. Even as a rookie, he scores effortlessly, a pure scorer. I bet the Blazers regret drafting Odin over Durant, but it's still early for Odin. He could be good despite injury early on. Now, Durant playing for the Sonics is going to be short-lived as the Sonics are moving to Oklahoma City. The Seattle Supersonics existed for 41 years and have had plenty of stars like Gary Payton, Shawn Kemp, Ray Allen, and Rashard Lewis. Now, Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis are the more recent stars from the Sonics. The 90s is where the Sonics were at the top. 96, they nearly won a title, but ran into Michael Jordan's Bulls. I can't imagine the NBA without the Supersonics, so this is going to be weird seeing them in another city. And speaking of Gary Payton, I've been waiting for Gary Payton's number 20 to be retired by Seattle, but now it looks like it won't ever happen, and that really sucks because he deserves it. Gary Payton was so good at steals, and so why doesn't he just steal the Sonics back? Just put the team in a glove. He's called the glove, so GP, just do what you do, bro. All right, now moving on. LeBron James is still a Cavalier until he doesn't want to be anymore. I feel Bron is slowly getting frustrated with the front office and how they are not surrounding him with other great players. The only great players he's been around is Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Ricky Davis. And, if you remember, a young Carlos Boozer. Now, Boozer wasn't the player he is now. Man, I'm just naming players at this point. He's played with a lot of players. So I want to know, do you think LeBron James will leave Cleveland when his contract is up in 2010? If he does, the team I can see him playing for is the Orlando Magic. How cool would it be if Dwight Howard and LeBron James were on the same team? Talk about a lot of dunks, pick and rolls, and just overall highlights filling the game. All right, moving on here. You see this jersey right here? Mitch Richmond, classic jersey. All right. I feel as though my Sacramento Kings are slowly turning the corner. My guy Kevin Martin is really showing why he should get more league-wide attention. And one king I've been impressed with is Beno Udrih. Bro can play coming from Greg Popovich's system. Beno Udrih is an underrated point guard. And I like that little lean he does on his mid-range jump shot. It almost looks like he's begging for it to go in each time. He shoots it, and he's like please go in, please go in, please go in. But Beno Udrih, he's good. All right, so we're just a couple weeks removed from the Houston Rockets' 22-game winning streak. What a ride that was for them. They looked undeniable in every one of those games. Rick Adelman really knows how to coach a team. He led the Blazers to the finals in '92, Kings to the Western Conference Finals in '02, and now with the Rockets. Crazy to think what they can do in the playoffs with players like T-Mac, Yao, and Dikembe Mutombo. Even their young point guard Kyle Lowry stepped up, having double-digit scoring in a lot of those games. Their defense was on par too, having the perimeter defender in Shane Battier and the shot blocking of Mutombo. I like this Houston team. They are fun and electric. All right, now, moving on to my biblical encouragement, which I titled, His Love, Not Your Hate. What I mean by this is that in our human nature, we can carry hate that we don't even know we have. Hate for people not like you, not like us. And this leads me to the famous church quote we've heard all the time, which is, love the sinner, hate the sin. And I'm going to preach 1 John 4:19, which says, love because he first loved us. I'm talking to every single one of you guys here, even me. Like, God knew I was going to throw that pack of syrup in that girl's hair in 3rd grade. God knew you were going to disobey your parents, your teacher, but God still loves. He loved you then, and he loves you now. And continuing on here, there's a verse that gets misquoted all the time, and that is perfect for this, and it's Romans 3:23, which says, for all fall short of the glory of God. It says fall, not fallen, as many people say. I will still fall short in our walk with God, but remembering what Jesus did on the cross is the greatest demonstration of love, but also obedience. God sent down Jesus to pay for the sins of the world. Now, can you imagine what Jesus in his humanity was going through? Accused of who he said he was, and the people didn't believe him. Flogged 39 times and hung on a cross, but then rose from the grave on the 3rd day. Even for the Son of Man, there was blessing on the other side of obedience, through a 1 John 4:19 kind of love. So to close, obedience channels love, and love channels the level of obedience. I encourage you to love like Jesus from a flow of obedience. All right, people, it's been real, and so as always, remember to stay up with them threes up. Love, joy, and peace. See ya.